With just 1.5 yard of any fabric of your choice, you can be able to recreate this exact beautiful top you see right here on your screen. In today's tutorial, I'll show you how to sew this beautiful kimono top with an underbust gather and a full wrap collar. This design gives a very flattering snatch waist effect and is beginner friendly. So if this sounds like something you really want to learn how to do, continue watching. With all that being said, let's get started with today's tutorial. Spending the night in Dixon. I've gone ahead behind the camera to cut out the amount of fabric that will be enough to sew this particular top. I have my fabric here folded into two, which is from one border to the other, as you can see right here. So all I'll do is from the base, I'm going to be folding this again into two equal halves, just as you see me do right here. So I'm cutting out the front part and the back part of my top together. That is why I'm having 4 folds in total. This part right here that is slightly open will be for the neckline. This part that is entirely closed is for the shoulder. Then this open part is for the sides, and the base right here is already for my half length, as you can see right here. So take note that the shoulder part is entirely closed right here. So I'm going to be ironing this my piece very well so that it comes out very flat and neat. On this top part, which is my shoulder, I'm going to be marking my neck width of 3 inches and my shoulder of 7 inches. Then I'll determine my sleeve length. So the sleeve length I'm marking here will be 11 inches, and I'm marking that from my shoulder still on the top part of this my fabric. So I'll add extra 1.5 inches for hemming of my sleeve. So in total now, all I have is 20 inches when I measured out everything I have right here. So from my shoulder at this edge of my fabric, I'll be marking 1 inch and quarter. That will be for my back neck depth, and I'll be connecting this into a round neckline, making sure that it meets my neck width of 3 inches. So from my shoulder, I'm going to be measuring down to my underbust, and my underbust is 13 inches. I'll be marking it right there, and I'll be adding extra half of an inch for my joining allowance. Remember that from the underbust below, this dress was actually shared, right? So that point, I extended it into a straight line. So on this part where my sleeve stopped, I'm going to be coming down by 10 inches. And this 10 inches now is for my sleeve length. On my underbust line, I'll be dividing my waist circumference by 4, and I have 8 inches right there. I'll be adding extra 4 inches for allowance. 4 to 5 inches is okay, but I later marked 4 inches. So when you mark this from that sleeve length, you are going to be curving this into that 4 inches on your underbust line, or into your measurement on your underbust line. I'm done with the drafting. I'll go on ahead to cut this out exactly the same way I have drafted so far. I'll cut out the sleeve length as well, that part where my sleeve stops, and I'll also cut out my neckline. So I'm going to be separating this piece right here. I'm just going to be separating them like this, and now I'll be taking note of that my neck width on that point. So I'll come to the base of this my dress. I'm going to be going in by 1 inch this way, and I'm going to be getting my stretch ruler and connect this 1 inch into my neck width of 3 inches, just like this. When I must have marked this, I'll go on ahead to also cut this out exactly the way I have these marks on my fabric. So this now is looking like a jacket, and we are actually progressing. So I'm going to be arranging this properly because I want to measure out the neckline area so that I can cut out the collar. So after arranging this is what it's supposed to look like. I'll get my measuring tape and I'll take the measurement from this part here all the way around my neckline till I get to this other side on the base. So after taking the measurement, I had 36 inches. I'll be cutting out a very long piece right here, as you can see, that is up to that length. So this is on fold and it is 2 inches. When I spread it out like this, it is 4 inches. So by the time I stitch with half of an inch, my collar will be 1.5 inches wide. So you can see the length here is very enough to go around my neckline. So this is for the lower part or the shared part of this our top. So I placed my underbust of 13 inches on that top part so that I can cut out the length of this my top, which is 23 inches. Then I added extra 2 inches for all my joining and sewing and stitching allowance. So for the waist area, I also marked my waist divided by 4, which is 8 inches, and I also added extra 4 inches so that it can correspond with the upper part of this top. When I spread it out, this is what it looks like. So I'll bring back the upper part of my top, and I'm going to be stitching that's my collar to it right sides facing each other this way. I'm going to start pinning this from the base of this my top on the neckline all around till I get to the other side.
All this time, I've been holding on so tight, 'cause all that I do was easy to use. So call my time.
So when I must have done this, I'll now go on ahead to stitch this all around using just half of an inch. Then when I'm done with that, the width of my collar is going to be 1.5 inches. Then for the sleeve, I'm going to be folding this into two. So each fold will be at least a quarter of an inch twice. And then I'll go ahead to stitch this down. I'll do it for the both sleeves. And when I'm done with that, I'll show you all what I have so far. I'm done stitching my collar to my neckline and also stitching my sleeve, and this is what I have. So I'll simply be flipping this my dress to the wrong side and arrange it at the size properly and pin it as well. Now I'm going to be joining this side using just 3/4 of an inch. So the both sides, I will join them, and when I was done joining them, I gave it a very good press, and this is what it looks like. So the collar area is slightly overlapping the other. All I'm going to do is to slightly place one part of the collar on top of the other one like this, and I'll pin it down. So from the base of this my neckline or the collar, I'll be coming up by at least 1 inch and mark it right there. So I'll be stitching down from that 1 inch below, then to this point this way, just more like a square, but it's not really a complete square. Okay, so this to be able to secure that part properly. So for the base or the lower part of this top right here, I'm just going to be getting one of those pieces I cut out earlier, and on one end like this on the base, I'll be folding this in twice. So each fold will be at least 3/4 of an inch. Okay, then after folding this in, I'll pin it down and go on ahead to stitch this down like this on my sewing machine. When I'm done, I'll flip this now to the right side. Now this upper part is going to be the part I'll be joining to the upper part of my dress. I'm just going to start marking half of an inch on the right side of my fabric. So half of an inch spaces, I'll be marking this till I get to the very end of this piece right here. So I'm about to share this piece, and in case you haven't shared any dress before, kindly click the link in the comments so that it can take you to where I properly explained how to share a dress and the method and the technique that is used while sharing. The thumbnail is also right here on the screen. We make use of an elastic thread while sharing, and I explain how you go about it from A to Z. So after sharing this lower part of my top, this is what it looks like. So I will take the measurement now. You can see I have 23.5 inches. The half inch remaining will be for the joining of the lower part to the upper part. After sharing these two pieces individually, I also went on ahead to join them right sides facing each other at the sides using just 3/4 of an inch, just as I did for the sides of the top part of this our blouse. So that is it, and I'm going to be joining these two pieces I have right here together so that it can become one piece. I'm simply going to be flipping this other shirt part to the wrong side, and I'll be forcing this upper part of my blouse in between it this way, inside this way. So I want them to be right sides facing each other, and I'm going to be joining them at this point. So this shared part of my top, that's the lower part, I'm actually joining. Remember the part where we came down by half of an inch before sharing? That is the part I'm pinning right sides facing each other with my upper part of my top. So if you're not understanding what I am saying, just watch what I'm doing right here. So I've taken you all to my sewing machine so that I can join this piece together. Now if you watch closely, you are going to realize that that half of an inch I marked earlier from below this my lower part of my top, that is where I'm stitching on. I am not stitching on the thread. It is that half of an inch allowance I left that I am stitching together with the upper part of my top all around. After stitching, this is what I have. I've turned this to the right side, and that is basically how simple it is to recreate this particular top. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this tutorial helpful. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Will you be wearing this outfit? Let me know in the comments. I'll be pairing mine with a balanced skirt, which I'll also share a separate tutorial on how to go about it. Till some other time, see you next time on the same channel. Bye.